Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the science and technology organizations of the Government of India are committed to taking science, technology and innovation to the masses. Moving forward in this direction, a week-long pan-India program called Vigyan Sarvatra Pujyate will be organized by the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture. In addition to displaying India's scientific heritage and prowess, the program will also be an effort towards finding innovative solutions into taking like defense, technology, space, and innovation to agriculture, astronomy, and in this direction. A week-long pan-India program called Vigyan, an autonomous organization of the will be organized by the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture.
Department of Science and Technology,
In addition to displaying India's scientific heritage and prowess, the program will also be an effort towards finding innovative solutions committed to taking like defense, technology, and innovation to agriculture, astronomy, and in this direction. A week-long pan-India program Vigyan, an autonomous organization of the will be organized by the Office of the Principal and Scientific Advisor to the Government of India in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture. In addition to displaying India's scientific heritage and prowess, the program will also be an effort towards finding innovative solutions committed to taking like defense, technology, and innovation to agriculture, astronomy, and in this direction. A week-long pan-India program Vigyan, an autonomous organization of the will be organized by the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture. In addition to displaying India's scientific heritage and prowess, the program will also be an effort towards finding innovative solutions committed to taking like defense, technology, and innovation under Vigyan Sarvatra Pujyate and in this direction. A week-long pan-India events will be held by Vigyan, an autonomous organization. These programs will be organized simultaneously in 75 venues of India in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture Book Fair on the 22nd of February 2020 at Jawahar Granesh. The program will also be an effort towards finding innovative solutions committed to taking like defense, space, and under Vigyan Sarvatra Pujyate and in this direction. A week-long pan-India events will be held by Vigyan, an autonomous
India. So அந்த வகையில் என்னன்னாங்க கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா செலக்டட் 75 cities across the nation. ஸோ நம்முடைய இந்தியா முழுவதும் 75 இடங்களை தேர்ந்தெடுத்தது. அந்த 75 இடங்களையும் நம்முடைய கோயம்புத்தூர் மாவட்டமும் கோயம்புத்தூர் ஒரு இடம் என்பது நமக்கு பெருமை தரக்கூடிய விஷயமாகும். ஏன்னா 75 cities செலக்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறோம். ஒன் among the 75 cities. So we are very proud to be a part of these functions. So இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு வந்துள்ள உங்கள் அனைவரையும் இந்த மையத்தின் சார்பாக வரவேற்கிறேன். இதன் தொடர்பாக we have already inaugurated the program on 22nd அன்னைக்கு வந்து டாக்டர் பி நாகராஜன் from Environment Department of Ministry of Environment has inaugurated the mega exhibition. After the program we are going to visit the exhibition and அவர் வந்து inaugurate பண்ணாரு. அதை தொடர்ந்து so many programs we are conducting throughout the in and around Coimbatore. The first day we had the program here at Coimbatore. The same 23rd we had scientist interaction at SNME College. Similarly, and yesterday we had so many Kovi Astro Club at GSS Ottakal Madam. We conducted so many programs, and the same day we conducted Jaisirim College. We are invited talk by the scientists from CSIR. So ஏன் இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் நடத்துறாங்கன்னா சயின்டிஸ்ட் வந்து for the past 70 yearsல வந்து நம்ம பார்த்தோம்னா we are lagging behind the science. சயின்ஸ்ல நம்ம 25 ஆண்டுகள் இருந்தால் கூட so many departments இருந்தும் கூட இந்த 75 yearsல வந்து we are not on par with the other countries இல்ல. அதனால என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்கன்னா this is the occasion they made all the students and other community to participate as a mega event. அந்த வகையில வந்து Department of Science and Technology, Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Earth Science, Department of Space, Department of DRDO, and so many departments are integrated and they are accepted to celebrate in the grand manner. அந்த வகையில இந்த இன்னைக்கு வந்து 25th அன்னைக்கு பார்த்தோம்னா நம்ம are conducting the program here. Similarly in the same சரஸ்வதி தியாகராஜ காலேஜ் ஆர்ட்ஸ் காலேஜ் பொள்ளாச்சியில கனெக்ட் பண்றோம். அப்புறம் கமலம் ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சயின்ஸ் உளுந்தூர்பேட்டையில் தேர் another lecture. SNV காலேஜ் இன்னொரு லெக்சர் இருக்கு. இந்த அந்த டைம் we are invited our டாக்டர் டி அப்பாவுராஜ் சேர்மன் செப்டம் DRDO to interact with you. ஸோ அவரை பத்தி நம்ம சொல்லணும்னா சார் வந்து இஸ் கிராஜுவேட்டட் ஃப்ரம் Hindu College Tirunelveli. Basic degree BSc from Hindu College. Then he had BTech Anna University. உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் அண்ணா யூனிவர்சிட்டி உங்களுக்கு கேள்விப்பட்ட BTech அண்ணா யூனிவர்சிட்டி MIT கேம்பஸ்ல வந்து he did aeronautical science முடிச்சாரு. 82 to 84 he did MTech IIT சென்னை. அது முடிச்சு ப்ராஜெக்ட் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டிவ் IITல ஒர்க் பண்ணாரு. again DRDL Defense Research Development Laboratoryல ஹைதராபாத்ல சயின்டிஸ்ட் பிஏ ஒர்க் பண்ணாரு. Madurai Kamraj University முடிச்சார். Then joined PhD Polytechnic College and did his MPhil PhD, and he worked up to 2010 in various institutions. He started started astronomy club at Coimbatore. PhD டேக்ல வந்து 1987 வரை இருந்தாரு. Coimbatore astronomy club ஆரம்பிச்சார். He visited observatories Kodaikanal, so many observatories India and foreign countries, attended conferences Chennai and Kodaikanal, started clubs in various. Now he is advisor in Powai Astronomy Club. So we are having such a ஏன் இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் இன்வைட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா so to have உங்களுக்கு வந்து to motivate you, மாணவர்களை ஊக்கப்படுத்த வேண்டும் என்பதற்காக we are having so many things here. இந்த வகையில பார்க்கும்போது இந்த சயின்ஸ் மகா ஃபெஸ்டிவல்ல வந்து the highlight of the programs annals of history of science, 75 milestones from the world of science, Indian scientists, again inventions and innovations, science literature and science technology and innovation for self-reliance. Self-reliance நம்ம தன்னிறைவு அடைவதற்கான நிலைமை இந்த டாபிக்ல வந்து நம்ம சார் இப்ப பேச போறோம். இப்போ வாட் இஸ் சயின்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். வாட் யூ மீன் பை சயின்ஸ்? Science is everything around us. Nature நம்ம science. Technology means the development of science, the way in which you are bringing the science is technology. What is invention? Innovative innovation. The further improvement in the technology is called innovation. So சாதாரணமா பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு டப் you are having ஒரு டப்ல இருக்கிற தண்ணியை want to transfer that the transferring that you need science. The technology what you mean, you have to remove, you put the water to other tub. Again, with the help of some equipment, that is technology. நம்ம ஏதாவது எடுத்து ஊத்தோம்னா அதுக்கு ஒரு மெட்டீரியல் தேவைப்படும், அது டெக்னாலஜி தான். ஸோ இனோவேஷன் அப்படின்றது என்னன்னா, யூ ஹேவ் டு திங்க் இட் இன் a different way. If you want to think everything in a different, that will come as innovation. இப்போ எப்படி நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், ஒரு டப்ல இருக்கிற தண்ணி இன்னொரு டப்புக்கு ஊத்தணும், என்ன பண்ணலாம், தூக்கி ஊத்தலாம். இல்லை அதர்வைஸ் வி கேன் யூஸ் கப்பு, மக்கு, இல்லை பக்கெட் ஏதாவது வச்சு நம்ம திருப்பி ஊற்றலாம். பட் இனோவேஷன் இஸ் த திங்கிங் தட் ஒன் பர்சன் திங்க். என்ன பண்ணுன்னா, ஒரு ஸ்க்ரூ டிரைவர் ஷார்ப் ஸ்க்ரூ டிரைவர் அவன் கேட்டான், ஸ்க்ரூ டிரைவர் வச்சுட்டு அதை ஜஸ்ட் மேக் இட் a hole and you transfer the thing. So this is the innovative idea. Idea is சாதாரண இல்லை. So you want to think differently, that will become innovative ideas. அந்த வகையில பார்த்தோன்னா, the science center we having innovation we have started recently. The students will want, you can use it. First you have to become a member of the our club. And innovation of because you are having membership, you have to first membership, that you can use it for throughout the year. So why this innovation hub is functioning and motivating you? Whenever you are having a leisure time, that time you can visit our center and make use of the lab and you can innovate something. So innovation apart from your school education, college education, உங்களோட ரெகுலர் கரிக்குலம் வந்து you have to come away from the thing, then you have to do some innovative ideas. அந்த வகையில பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நேஷனல் இனோவேட்டிவ் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் இஸ் தேர். உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும், NIF-னு ஒரு இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் இருக்கு, நேஷனல் இனோவேஷன் ஃபவுண்டேஷன். தட் இஸ் கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா ஃபவுண்டேஷன். அந்த இதுல வந்து if anybody have an innovative ideas that can be uploaded, அவங்க வந்து they will, if you are having some new ideas ஏதாவது வச்சிருக்கீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, அந்த ஐடியாவை you just suggest with your seniors, professors or university பண்ணிட்டு, if it is really innovative one, that you can be uploaded in the National Innovation Foundation. Go and log in National Innovation Foundation. There you can get so many things, avenues for your improvement of education. And then if you really it is an innovative one, that the department will accept it and they will make the pattern, and after putting it in a market, if you knew that they will give royalty. So அந்த அளவுக்கு அவங்க எடுத்துட்டு போய் ரெடியா இருக்காங்க. Previously and all, if you have any new ideas, நீங்க போய் யார்கிட்ட கேட்டீங்கன்னா whether they will accept it or not accept it. So some teachers will accept, some other scientists, இதெல்லாம் வந்து உங்களுக்கு சேவ் so many hurdles இருக்கு. இந்த hurdles எல்லாம் தாண்டி நீங்க என்ன பண்ணலாம், டைரக்டா if you go log in to that National Innovation Foundation, there you can send your ideas. Once it is a really new one, it is innovative one, they will accept it and then they will go through that. And if it is innovative one, they will make themselves the model and put it in a market, and they will direct it to some marketing agencies and do everything. So இந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு சான்ஸ் எல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு இருக்கு. இதெல்லாம் நீங்க பயன்படுத்திக்கணும். ரெண்டாவது, இந்த சயின்ஸ் சென்டர்ல வந்தீங்கன்னா, சயின்ஸ் சென்டர் இஸ் ஒர்க்கிங் 360 days எப்பயும் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். நீங்க whenever you want you can come and visit. Always we are welcome you. இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில கலந்து கொண்டு நம்முடைய சிறப்பு விருந்தினர்களையும் தலைமை தாங்கல் ஐயா அவர்களையும் மற்ற நிகழ்ச்சியில் வந்த மாணவர்கள், கல்லூரி பேராசிரியர்கள், இம்மையத்தினுடைய அலுவலர்கள் அனைவரையும் மீண்டும் ஒருவரை வருகிறவரை வரவேற்று இந்த வாய்ப்புக்கு நன்றி விடுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம். தேங்க்யூ.
மண்டல அறிவியல் மையத்தின் மாவட்ட அறிவியல் அவர்களை உங்கள் பலத்த கரகோஷத்திற்கு இடையில் சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் அவர்களுக்கு சாலை அணிவித்து சிறப்பிக்குமாறு விண்ணப்பிக்கிறேன். ப்ரொஃபசர் டாக்டர் கே சக்திவேல், ப்ரொஃபசர் பிசிக்ஸ் அவர்களுக்கு சாலை அணிவித்து சிறப்பிக்குமாறு. Now I request Professor Dr. K. Saktivel, Professor in Physics, Advisor Kovai Astro Club, Coimbatore, to deliver a presidential address.
better. Okay, right. As a teacher, I'm comfortable standing in front of the student, walking. You're all BSc students? Which branch? Tamil medium? You don't have Tamil medium in colleges. Okay. Are you comfortable with English, or you want me to talk in Tamil also? Both. Correct. Voice clear again? Problem with okay. Importantly, which the student use much with paper. What they have used much. Anyway, yesterday I had a time is fine. A good time talking and showing sunspots to telescope to 5th standard, 6th standard, 7th standard students in I call school by name Muttakal Mandapam, and they are conducting this 1-week program just like they're doing here. And I asked the students before showing the telescope, how many of you are interested in seeing planets and galaxies through the telescope? Everybody raise their hand. And I asked them, how many of you have seen planets through a telescope? 1 or 2 among the 200 raised their hands. And in Coimbatore, I can say, as far as my knowledge goes, there are about 30-40 good telescopes available in institutions as well as individuals. And that can be nicely used to show the sky. And but unfortunately, it's not being done. Of course, when I was relatively young, we used to go to many places carrying the telescope college schools. But because of my age, I need help, and then only when I get some assistant, I'm able to do that. So, and if you watch the sunspots, there's a nice 2 spots. And tomorrow, if the I think this telescope view is there, I think they have a very good telescope, 8-inch telescope, computerized telescope, and it has got a nice filter. The sun, you should not see the sun straight away. It will spoil your eye. Even ordinarily, don't look at the sun. When you are moving the head like this, you see no problem. But don't stare at the sun. Stare at the sun. Okay. And how many of you, why do we celebrate this science day now? Anybody, why do we choose this time? Science Day is celebrated. Who is the greatest scientist was the greatest scientist in India? Sir C.V. Raman. And his birthday falls on 28 February 19. Okay, the year of birth I don't remember. So this day is celebrated as Science Day, and they use this occasion to popularize science. And okay, what is Raman effect? Who knows what is Raman effect? You don't know? You know what Raman says, is it? It could be that way. Anyway, I came to know about Raman effect in 1970. Sir C.V. Raman. That day, Sir C.V. Raman died. And I was in St. Saviour's College, Coimbatore, and there was a function because he died on that day. And the chemistry professor was talking about Raman. That's when I heard about him for the first time. And I think as if I was a physics teacher for quite some time, I'll spend some time talking about the Raman effect. Okay? Who wants to know what is the Raman effect? Who wants to know? Please raise your hands. Who wants to know? Raman effect Master, okay, good. How many of you are physics, BSc physics? Okay, good. What is scattering of light? Okay, and if you ask, they won't answer. Well, you have light over there. The light starts from there, comes, and that reaches you straight away. That's a direct light. And that also falls on the floor, and I can see the lamp. So this is a reflected light. Also, that light falls on that wall, and from there it comes to all places. Generally, that we call as scattering. So light comes here, scattered out. Like we throw a coconut, it just comes out in all directions, right? So scattering of coconuts there, here scattering of light. And when the light falls on the wall, gets scattered, it doesn't add any new wavelength, new color. Okay? Whatever falls comes back. Another whatever other portion work. The red color red color, yeah, the red color right? We don't know. Anybody else? Okay. Anna. Sirika Dego. Very other couple. Sirika couple. But ignorance is a part of the couple. Very interesting. Okay? Right? Right. Red color, okay, if the red color saree, it absorbs all other colors, it goes back only red. Okay? So in scattering, ordinary scattering, only what was incident. That's also true in fluorescence. But what, even if you look at the sun, the sky will be, what is the color of the sky? Blue, okay. Now, why is it blue? Sunlight has all the colors. Only blue is coming to us. We say blue as blue because only blue color is coming. Similar is there for sea colors and sea. Why it is blue? Here the atmosphere scatters. Light falls on the atom, it throws another direction. There in the sea, light falls onto the sea water molecules, thrown out, scattered. And Raman saw that. He was fond of this scattering. He read about scattering and he was working on the scattered light from a lot of organic substances, liquids. Okay? So he shines light onto the material. So it scatters. He studies what light is scattered. And I think when I read about Sir C. Raman in the morning of the night, it mentioned inelastic scattering. What is it? Inelastic scattering. You heard about inelasticity? Elastic collision? What is elastic collision? You just drop a ball, there's a collision. And if there is a elastic collision, all the energy comes out. The ball comes out with all the energy, no loss in energy. In inelastic, if you drop a ball, it comes back only to a small extent. So energy is lost. So that is inelastic collision. Similarly, when light is incident on the substance, it's like a collision, photon hitting on atoms and coming out. It is like a collision. And if what comes out is the same as what is incident, it is elastic scattering. If the wavelength is altered, some energy is added or removed, it is inelastic scattering. So So Raman's work was in inelastic scattering. Before Raman, they have not observed inelastic scattering. Okay. And why is it from England or US? You have a lot of people with big instruments, costly instruments. They were not able to detect it. How is it? Raman did it. Well, perseverance. The amount of light scattered is very small. So what happens is he used a telescope, big lens, to focus the light, sunlight, onto the specimen. The scattered light he analyzed using a spectrometer, so that he could see. And still to improve, he used arc spectrum. If you have two carbon rods and connect to some voltage, when you bring them together, it gives you a lot of light. And it was powerful, and so he used that also. And with that, he could get a photograph of a record of this effect. Okay? So what's happening is the light is incident on the material, atoms, and ordinary this scattering is due to electronic transition. Electron goes from one level to another. Now, whenever you see light, what's happening? The electron somewhere is going from one level to another. So whenever you see some light, what's happening? Electron is coming from one level to another. That should always keep in mind. Now, in this inelastic scattering, the energy, what you study or you all studied, molecules can vibrate. It's vibration energy. It's different from electron orbiting. Similarly, it can rotate. Okay? And that energy is either added to the incident energy of the photon or removed from the incident photon. And because of that, the scattered light has got a different frequency. And this was a discovery, and he has given Nobel Prize in 1930, in 2 years' time, because this has got lots of applications. Previously, they were using only infrared to study a lot of things, infrared light. But with Raman effect, with ordinary light, they can. Okay? So I have mentioned somewhere what iron cannot do, Raman can do. It's not what IR cannot do, Raman can do. What IR, infrared, cannot see, Raman can see. A lot of application in medicine or research, and that's why he was given 1930. And I'll just take this 2 more minutes. So, a Raman effect is the scattering of light. Materials scatter light. And ordinarily, what you say is, what's scattering? Ordinarily, what's happening is what's scattering? Elastic scattering. And in Raman effect, the frequency is altered. In elastic scattering, he could do it for the first time. And interestingly, to observe the spectrum, he used prism, a refraction. A refraction is science. When light refracts, a different colors are seen. And then and Newton observed this properly for the first time. Then it was Fraunhofer who made it to an instrument, technology. Who made it to an instrument. And because of that, he could see some Fraunhofer lines on dot lines on the sun. And that opened the field of astrophysics. Okay? They could find what are the elements of the stars using that idea. And not only that, our Sir C.V. Raman could not use it as it is, use the apparatus as it is. He had to modify. He brought a telescope and attached that. And he used a carbon arc lamp for the first time. So these things are innovations. So all these things are part of. Okay, so do you know what is the Raman effect now? At least you should say. in an estate, scattering of light. You would have heard about Compton effect. Compton effect. It is similar to this, but it happens in X-ray. Scattering of X-ray by electrons, and that is Compton effect, right? Similar to that. I'll just stop with telling one thing. Coimbatore is famous for people of just one innovation. And I know a friend, I have a friend whose father introduced that monoblock pump. In Kodapati Road, it is a lot of pump manufacturers. And the father of my friend was the person who introduced in Coimbatore, and then it was available all over India. It was the first person to make it. And that friend made recently an outfit for doctors and nurses for corona patients. But I think he could only sell about 75 because of the corona is now wearing out. Not only that, he made one, I think the generator for which he made a magnet. But I asked him, where do you get the magnet? He said, I would like to import from China. Okay. And now, for a lot of things, we have to depend on other countries. And how sustainability is self-sustainability possible because of one country having a lot of resources and like that. And our chief guest will talk about a lot of things because of his experience in the field of army and things. Thank you.
Now I request our chief guest, sir, to deliver a lecture on science, technology, and innovation for self-reliance. தங்களை அன்புடன் அழைக்கிறேன்.
Professor Palnichani, district science officer, head of this organization, and some of his colleagues who are here, and dear students. I'm very happy to be here on this function because, as he told, it's a science day, of course, very important for all of us. So real science has developed last 150 years. So we know about more than 3,000 years civilization started, but real science development started last 200 years. And maximum technology development started last 100 years. You see that basically physics gave birth to chemistry, maths, and so many other subjects. The starting point is physics. Whoever theoretical physicists like great Einstein, Newton, or as he says, Rutherford, or Ramanujan, our own person, they are all great physics, theoretical, some of the experimental. This gave birth to maths, and next chemistry. So originality is physics, because people wanted to know what is happening around us. So physics started like that. How the solar system is there. Somebody told Earth is the center of the universe. Then later, other person, what is it, Copernicus, who told that no, sun is center of the focus. Those days, the Christian law says no, it is only Earth is at the center of the solar system. But this man challenged, no, it is a fact that sun is the center of the solar system. So one should not be afraid of telling the fact if we observe the facts, because they would again observe to, as he told, Galileo telescope, they observed their solar system and how the formation. Then Kepler-Arian orbit, they found out how is the formula. Then Newton found out how the solar system is maintaining those orbit, gravitational pull. Then Einstein challenged Newton. He said, your theory is wrong. I say everything in this universe is relative. Newton told it is absolute. But what Einstein told, no, nothing is absolute, everything is relative. The only thing which is constant is light velocity. Nothing else in this world is absolute. Everything is in state of motion. You and me, everybody. Each product is attracting other product. That's what he told. What is the real, very great invention
and one of the greatest research ever in the, he's one of the genius, all of you know. But he got his Nobel Prize and he told photoelectric effect. When the light falls on a metal, it emits electrons. So this is where he got his Nobel Prize, not even for his relativity theory, because many people did not understand what Einstein brought it out his relativity theory when he was only 25 years old. That he was working as a patent clerk, not even a professor or not even a lecturer. He was not even given a post. So that particular theory only Max Planck has understood. There is something great is there in this. So he started interacting with Einstein. Max Planck, who actually invented quantum mechanics, which is revolutionary your all electronics products, everything, whatever you see, your TV, mobile phone, everything started from quantum mechanics. So then electromagnetic theory, quantum electrodynamics, all this started. Now quantum computer is coming up. That is the latest thing. So everything, if you ask me, one is research. Somebody clearly, Professor Panditchami brought out what is science, what is technology, what is innovation, and what is self-reliance. Self-reliance you should also have. Every one of us should have self-reliance. Self-reliance comes from self-confidence. Confidence you can do yourself. That's what self-reliance. Self-reliance starts from individual, from home, from society, from state, from country. Now our Prime Minister said we should be self-reliance. We should not depend on import of weapons because no country will give you when there is a war. Finished. So unless you have your own technology power, then there is a problem. See now, COVID time, you know very well, supply chain stopped and we had a problem of getting all those electronics items, medicines and all that. So this one example where you don't have self-reliance, you will be throttled. When Kalam was there as a director DRDL, you know Pokhran blast was there, USA took sanction and our program got slipped. But still he told, no country can throttle India's development. See, I can only divide DRDO into pre-Kalam and post-Kalam. Because pre-Kalam development in this speech, post-Kalam is so much. Because he is a visionary, he has done a lot of work for DRDO and we are all really standing on his shoulders. We are DRDO as a nation also. Of course, nation should be proud of such a person who has really lived in this earth and he brought a greater image for all of us. And as an Indian, we should be proud of such a person. And moreover, he is from Tamil Nadu, Rameshwaram. He belongs to a very poor family and he became a greatest scientist and president of the country, all of you know. So I am very proud that I worked with him for 10 years and he's such a simple man I have never seen and we had to come across such a person in our scientific community also. And he's not a technocrat, he's not a research, there's a difference between research and technology development and innovation and all. Innovation, if you tell me one example is, only mobile phone I will call as a fantastic innovation. There is no research. How you market a product. You know, nobody would have thought about a mobile phone 25 years back. Now, can we, those days, telephone, if you have to wait in queues and all that. Now, every one of us knowing what is mobile phone is one of the greatest examples. Amazon, online shopping, another example of innovation. Like you Uber, all these taxis, which is doing, there are innovation. There is no research in that. How you use, technology available to us. In a market, you can market that technology. That is what is innovation. But in innovation also used in our, let us say I market a missile, proposed missile. So that is innovation. How we package it and there is no research in BrahMos or any other thing. That technology is already available. I am not doing research. How I can do the development, I can market it. That is called innovation. So innovation, every one of us can do. There is no doubt because even a farmer is innovating. In agriculture field, in a vivasayi, innovate. So in the household wife, a family can innovate how to make a good food product. See, everything, everywhere innovation is possible. There is no need of research in that. Your imaginative power, Einstein says, if somebody is having a good imaginative power, he is more than a scientist. That means you should have an imaginative power. That's what is required. How you do imagination? You have got two brains. That means left side brain, right side brain. Most of us uses right side brain. All those artists, they use left side brain. But if you can use both the brain simultaneously, then you become the greatest innovator and one of the best. This is the way you have to develop using both the brain. That means sometimes you have to sleep on the left side or right side. But most of the time I find the left side brain only dormant. Most of the people are working with the right side brain only. So it depends. Research found out that whoever uses both side brain, they are able to do very well. Or they are the greatest people. So that is what required. I will advise all the young students to start thinking how to use both sides of the brain. Maybe some type of yoga also helps. Definitely do some half an hour silence meditation will help. That is a very simple hint. Then you think you may not work, but it will work. You will do wonders. So what I suggest is every morning you must sit half an hour and the whole day will be is definitely very useful for you. I'm sure all of you, I'm seeing a lot of young girls, definitely they have got good future. You all, India is growing, maybe another couple of years, we will be on par with any other developed world because the way things are happening, defense manufacturing, a lot of product, food product, and so many industries are coming up. A lot of entrepreneurs coming up. So there is no problem. All of you got a bright future, but you must really contribute. How I can develop something new? How I can contribute? That's all you must think. How I can get everything? No, how I can contribute. That way to start doing things will happen. So now coming to DRDO, what I quickly go through. I have served almost 33 years. Now after retirement, I took up this job because it is ACC appointment. They called me. I was to farming, in fact, agriculture after retirement. I was doing my farm village. Then I got this offer. I went to Delhi, and last 2 years I am there. Another 1 year I am there. So this is the post I am holding now. I got a chance. Suppose to deliver a talk in local language, but anybody I can converse in Tamil. I try to give you some examples. Need so. Otherwise, this type of topic I have to only tell you in English. I hope you not mind if I tell in English. If there is a problem, you tell me, sir. Please explain it up. Then I will come back. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So I am coming to self-reliance in DRDO. Self-reliance in DRDO means defense. How we are getting maximum in India? I mean, design, development, production. Then only self-reliance. You have to design. You have to conceptualize. Everything starts like that. You have to concept. First, you have to bring out in your mind what is the concept. Then you have to design the product. What is the concept? I should put it in paper. Then I have to put out all the problem breakdown. Then product development. Then comes various product testing, and then put into service, and then test and evaluation. All this process finally becomes a design program. So we have defense, various clusters. DRDO created 1958. All of you know, 1958 to 1980 or so, 82. Pre-Kalam period. Kalam sir was not there in DRDO. He was in ISRO. He was project director SLV3. And so I also passed from the same college where he studied in my Chennai. It was 6th batch and 21st batch. 25 years, Dr. Kalam was senior to me in the same college. So this is, I'm talking about 1958, where DRDO started functioning. And very few product was realized. Some of the oldest 81 mm ammunition, FSA 105 ammunition, are some small guns and all. Those missile development has never happened pre-Kalam period. So next, so this is the way we have grown. 1958 to 1980, the budget was 3 crore. Now our defense budget for DRDO is roughly about 15,000 crores. But the project which is happening, ongoing project, is roughly about 1.2 lakh crores. Because we are doing, like as I told you, LCA Mark II, then Eye in the Sky, then various missile program, gun program, and the life science radar development program. All this CCS, that means Cabinet Committee and Security Affairs, you sanction if the project is more than 1,000 crores. There are about 10 or 12 CCS projects, and Minister Aram gives power up to 300 crores. There are about 30 projects of such nature. Secretary has got 75 to 100 crores. That is about 50 projects. Then each director, like I was a director, I can give project of 5 crores. So this is a director, 52 directors, they can give 5 crores. That is hundreds of such projects going on with academic institution, with industry, with various other partners, of course, including private sectors and all. So many, at least 1,000 industries are getting collaborated with DRDO. So this is where located. About 52 labs are located various locations. Coimbatore also there is a center. But there is a bioscience center which is collaborated with Bharatiya University. So we have got a life science that comes under life science cluster. So that is also there. One can visit Bharatiya University. They will see the DRDO center is there. So this is very now we have got young scientist lab. When I was there as a director that time, the Prime Minister just taken over as 2014. Correct. So he visited DRDO giving award because I got the award 2012 from Aram Anthony. But Prime Minister himself came to distribute award to Scientist of the Year award to our scientists. That time he mentioned you must hand over at least 5 to 6 labs to young scientists. You must authorize them, empower them, even if it's failure, doesn't matter. But give 5 labs to the young scientist. 2014 he told when he came. So that was the original concept which is driven by leaders. That means unless a leader inspires that you do something like that. So the new technology development started with 5 young scientist labs. we have put some 35 years less. We have empowered them, and they are more or less autonomous. The director, they can also give project worth of 5 crores. So that is where is all started. But now as 5 has become 6 also. So I told you quantum technology, this one, because youngsters can have full. See, anybody who can develop and good idea happens only after the age of 30. You know? Our mind works very aggressively, new product, new development. Then comes experience. Experience contribute to your wisdom, and you may be able to guide and guide some product and program. But actual things happens only from 20 to 30 years of age. New things can happen. So that is why the idea of youth is very, very important. Everywhere, young generation is contributing a lot all over the globe. And only experienced people only can guide them and tell them where you can go wrong, what you should do all that. But actual ideas can only come from those young students and young generation up to 30 years. So these are all the 5. Then DRDO your partners in next. Various industries you are collaborating. You can see international collaboration at 30 countries, armed forces, think tanks group, which thinks big things and all that. Also interface is there, academia and private industry. This is how we collaborate. Next. So we used to come and electronic. We are always handed over various things to the army. There is always every year some function, 2 or 3 functions used to be there. So PM will be called and he will hand over. Like in this case, he's handing over to Army General Narvane. He's handing over the Arjun tank to him and all that. Electronic warfare system Sakti is also handing over. That is one of the Navy product which DRDO has developed. Next. So you know, Operation Sakti means we have launched anti-satellite missile from Chandipur. That time I was in Delhi, of course. I was working in this lab for almost 22 years. Where the missile program going through rigorously. Kalam used to visit, used to take a review. As a safety chief, I used to present to him that how we prepare the missile program as safe launches, because I have to ensure safe launches from ITR Chandipur. We have to clear land, we have to clear sea, we have to clear air, all this notification correspondence, and then also see debris don't fall and damage the properties and people. All this my domain. So we used to do a lot of modeling and then ensure that a safe practice is followed. With God's grace, there was no such serious accident. Though we have launched thousands missiles so far in Chandipur. So that is the one thing. This is one of the missiles which hit the satellite. I mean, one of the satellite which is not useful. So just to know that this missile can hit any. Why we have to hit a satellite which is orbiting? Because there are spy satellites. They will put, like China can put some spy satellite to monitor some of the what is happening in India. That you can hit because you are not supposed to spy on my land. So that is why this satellite program is a game changer. Because no country will be now come forward to launch a satellite to spy India. So this is one of the important development, which is the major milestone for India. So India has gone. This is very few countries have achieved this. Maybe 4 or 5. Then come you know LCA. Now light combat aircraft during Atal Bihari Vajpayee he changed Tejas stuff. Otherwise this is called LCA, light combat aircraft. So this is now a big game plan. This also. No country can develop combat aircraft. Only 7 countries have developed it. So this is also one of the major self-reliance I am talking. The one problem in this, we have got a 60% indigenous content. Means India can design, develop, and product supply to LCA. Only 60%. 40% we have to import. What is the main component? Engine. We are not able to do the engine development. Is a lot of challenges in engine development. See, you want to have a test facility, material. The temperature goes up to 3000 degree. You need to have allied fabrication. So, and a lot of other issues like cooling. So many other materials are like this. So the material technology is one problem. Cooling technology another problem. Then starting engine is also another problem. Then there is stalling of the blades. All this if you want to ensure that going on. Kaveri engine still is going on in GTRE. But we got to depend on foreign countries for testing this. You have to put it in a platform and fly. Nobody will accept the engine unless it's flown in a particular aircraft. Then only we take. So all this due to Pokhran that time plus USA refused to support us in this. Otherwise, you would have finished this program. So those things were there. So still we are depending on engine from foreign countries. So that we are still indigenization going on. So this is one way is how much closely we can reach 80% indigenization is fantastic. You can achieve 80% indigenization, then at least you reach self-reliance, almost self-reliance. Every country has to depend on other countries for some product. I don't give 100% self-reliance required. So you also depend on some medicine from, even if you are an individual, you cannot exist. You have to go to hospital, you have to depend on doctor, you have to depend on somebody to work. So every other country also depend on other countries. So nothing like independent. You have to have, your requirement is that critical technology I should have. They should, otherwise sometimes they will delay. They will delay means you're finished. So they can, somebody can aggressive your entire nation and give the slaves to them, like British system. So we should be, now country is deterrent. You see, when Vajpayee time, when he is about to take a war action to Pakistan, Pakistan President Musharraf came told, I will use nuclear weapons. So that is a deterrent. When you start using nuclear weapons, they say mutual destruction. So when China wants to aggress, India can say, I will use nuclear weapon. Now Russia told, I will use nuclear weapon. All of them attack me. So then this is a deterrent. That means nuclear weapon used. 80% of the earth gone. That's all. The amount of nuclear weapons US, Russia, India, Pakistan, China, or France are having, you can destroy 10 times of the earth. 10 times of the earth within this one. That's what. So that is the amount of nuclear weapons that are available. How to reduce, how to make disarmament. This is one of the thing what Einstein wrote. Had I known this, my theory had used for destruction of humanity, I would have become a plumber. He told like that because his theory, E is equal to mc squared, which has paved the way for atomic weapon. So he felt, and he really had, last time he made this statement, I would have been more happier as a plumber than doing such a thing. It is used for destruction of humanity. So this is what is not to be done. Science should be done to preserve ecology and environment and human being. That's what is there. Everyone should look at it. Next. Technology breakthrough, we have done so many. Agni ballistic missile. Agni 1, you see, I was there for 801 time, 1989, first Agni launch, where we demonstrated re-entry technology. When the missile, space, it goes up, it doesn't come back. But missiles has to deliver the warhead to other country. It means I have to deliver. Kalam says you are testing missile to deliver flowers. It's not so, because he's telling that we are also going into the higher end of technology. That means you put Agni inside, there is a nuclear warhead. The re-entry body has to withstand 3,500 degrees centigrade, because when the missile enters into atmosphere from upper 300 kilometers and more, it is going up, and to reach when it re-enters 5,000 kilometers at the 80 kilometer atmosphere starts. So the friction, basically you know very well, friction gives rise to heat. So when the 4,000 meter per second body is entering, so much of heat is developed, heat is dissipated. That is the beautiful theory, thermodynamics deals with that. So 3,000, 4,000 degrees, the temperature is so high, if the internal subsystem spoiled because of the heat, then nothing will work. So the carbon fiber technology, we have proven that 1989. That means your composite body, which is designed, fabricated in India, that is reduced to temperature. That is another game changer, 1989, where we can launch Agni ballistic missile. From there onwards, we have moved to Agni 1, Agni 2, Agni 3, Agni 4, Agni 5. Agni 1 prime, Agni 6 also going on, multiple re-entry vehicle. So all is going on. That is air independent propulsion. This was submarine. See, when you are in submarine, underwater, submarine has to come out for fueling or battery recharge. But this air independent propulsion can keep the submarine for more number of hours inside water. So this is also developed by one of the lab, the GM, that is NMRL in Ambernath. That lab is. BrahMos, everybody knows that BrahMos is a joint venture Kalam initiated. Dr. Pillai was the first CEO of this particular program. And we could now sell to Philippines. This is almost, I think we are selling this missile for 3,000, 4,000 crores, about 12 or 13 missiles, the fuel regiment we are selling to Philippines. First major defense export. This is one of the missiles because this is joint collaboration. Friendly country we can sell. So this is another major advantage that BrahMos we could do it in record time, 3-4 years. I was in charge in ITR for BrahMos launch Russian. See, Russian, I used to have a lot of interaction with them. Russian, the expert team leader used to tell me, India is going, you know the story of Amayum Moyum Kadam. So he says, India is going, I mean, and finally, this fellow was sleeping rabbit, this fellow won. So he indirectly told, ultimately India will win the thing. That's all. That is what going to happen. Though we are going slow pace, he said you are going slow and steady. Ultimately, you will reach the goal, you will be superior. So this is nothing but the team leader of BrahMos team has told me. I have very good interaction relation with them. So this is not that they respect us. They have given, anybody want to join collaborate. So you cannot jointly collaborate with somebody unless you have some level. They will come and test whether you've got facilities, whether you've got intelligence level to interact, otherwise they will never come. So this is one of the programs where they also understood that India has got a talent, they got their facilities, they will be able to also support us. Same thing happened, other missile program, LRSM, Israel, they also joined collaborative. France, Rifle program. Any other technology development project, they will judge us and then they will collaborate. Next. Lot of missiles we have developed, surface air missile, Akash. This is one of the things which is a 60-70 kilometer, multiple aircraft is that we can take on. At a time, we can attack 30-40 aircraft by launching Akash missile. That means they will send some hundreds of aircraft. If you have 4 battery of Akash weapons, then you can neutralize them. So you have to work out those possibilities. Then air-to-air missile, Astra. This is also a very beyond visual range. 150 kilometer also we can launch this from the aircraft and then it will neutralize any aircraft. We have got medium range surface air missile for Navy. Then all this we have tested. This all injected is in service now. Nobody will give such a missile. That's what I want to do next. Helicopter launched anti-tank missiles. Then you have got artillery weapon, guided Pinaga, multiple rocket. You can launch 40 rocket in about 90 minutes. That is called area weapon. That is, you can bombard a particular area and maybe a 500. So a conventional weapon. See, one cannot use nuclear unless otherwise the real serious problem comes. So you have to have a strong conventional weapon where border fighting or threat which is perceivable or terrorist attack. These things you should use all conventional. Major war breakout between two countries, 99% nobody dare to use nuclear weapons. These are various other missile programs which DRDO has successfully developed, and some of them are going on now. Next. So aeronautical system also very well. Early warning. This is CAPS Bangalore is doing. He's modifying the imported aircraft with various sensors developed in India, and then it will be eye under sky. You can spy what is happening near the border. You can just scan about 300 kilometers away and see any movement is there, any tank movement is there, missile movement is there. You have to be clear. If they started moving, what action I have to take? This is what. But he was clearly told a few days back, Ukraine will be invaded because they are able to know how the force is being deployed. So that is what happened. Yesterday, the Russian troops entered. So this is another global problem. It's really picking up. So nobody can tell what is next level. Lot of tanks they have developed, and LPT is CERD already doing tank. They are going to mark to now medium combat tank also they are developing. Various lead armored vehicles they are developing. So that is one of the mechanically very strong CERD. Bridge laying is R&D. Yes, Pune they can do various bridges. Quickly you can deploy. A bridge of 100 meters you can do it in 2 hours. That means if you want to let us say sudden landslide, area was cut off. Then army can lay the bridge in 4 hours. We have done this program that there was a huge problem. So this is another thing. Army uses to move the battery tank. First they breach something, then they want to move the tank, then they put the bridge up. That's it. So they have to disband it. The enemy should not use the same bridge to come back. So all this we have to do. The bridging system also. Short band. These are all done by R&D. You got different labs. What they can do different. We've got 6 to 7, 8 clusters are there. Life science cluster, artillery and combat cluster, aeronautical cluster, missile cluster, like that, and electronics clusters. So these cluster labs, 52 labs are placed under 7 DG, 7 director generals. So this is how it is managed. This is ATAC. We have done it. Chandipur, this filing and myself was designed by AD Bangalore. This is industry collaborated project. One Bharat Boj in Pune and another startup over in Bangalore. Both the companies are bidding for this time. So already we are Atmanirbhar Bharat, we are doing this. So many industries are involved. General purpose bomb, which is developed by RCI, which can guide and it can go up to 150, 120 kilometers at each gate. A bomb normally for 20 kilometers, you put a wing and you glide the bomb, then it will reach longer range. So precision guided bomb there. So this is another stand-up weapon. You can put you can put a small quantity of nuclear weapon. You can damage at least half a local area. All possible miniaturized bombs possible. Radars, various radars we have developed and we handed over to army. Still going on latest radar. Scanned electronic scanned array radar or HCA is also being utilized. You will find that very few countries have got such radars. We We are also on par with few countries. Various radar. This one I told you. This one for Akash multifunction fire control radar for LRS on this next. Sonars, all of you know, submarine and underwater detection is only possible by doing acoustic waves. So sonar sends acoustic wave to the bottom under the sea. Then it will reflect from the object and it will detect and start tracking. So sonar, like EM waves, like radar send EM wave, electromagnetic waves to the object. Once the object is detected, it detects back the wave, the same frequency track. So that is how the concept is nothing but you send a wave and the object is there, it is just reflect that wave is reflected back. And the ranging can be done using electromagnetic wave. This is how it is done. All ranging of the particular object. Same thing for underwater. So we have got other torpedoes. Torpedoes is anti-simulator. Any system. So you can also anti-device and deflection on the cost. Self-claim through collaboration. I told you, everybody has to collaborate with somebody. You want to be successful. So that is what I am telling. Various centers we have started. Is there, explosive chemistry is in Hyderabad. They have got Arkan, Hyderabad, RIC, IIT Chennai. We have got propulsion again and other electronics products. JCMPT, this is for microwave tube, Calcutta, DIU Life Science, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras for nanotechnology. They are doing it. Then again, IIT Delhi, they got another center. Mostly, I think I have not visited, but they got center which DRDO supported 100 post program there. So they got various other facilities set up there. Even we have gone to Mizoram University also to collaborate. Central University Jammu. We have gone Sarwar Vallabhbhai Patel for cyber security. Gujarat University, IISc Bangalore. So many other universities that collaborate. Research boards. Anybody can type one of the if they want any project development work. You can type in online, all available online. Just go to DRDO center, type ARD board. They will give you a form. You have to fill up what project you want. If you want to ask for feedback, but you have to then present it that I am capable, I will be able to complete the project. They will fund that. So these are all available for each board has got power sanction up to one board. Universities, anybody can apply for this project. Extra rural research, blue sky research. You can do something research out of box thinking. Whatever it may not be any realistic effect and immediate need, but there are research which is required for future application, maybe after 50 years. Yes. Defense technology courses, we introduced a new course called defense manufacturing technology. So many universities have already started doing this particular course. So defense manufacturing, since even Coimbatore is one of the defense corridor, Salem also. So if you see another 5-6 years, there is a lot of defense manufacturing in India. So that is why this course being offered. Skill development, definitely every year we are doing apprentice, 8,000 apprentices we are getting it and we are training them and sending to industry and all that. Every 2 years training is given, 8,000, 10,000 is common things. So, but the idea is ITA and diploma we train them so that they are equipped. Moving too much. You should look at physics professors' lectures on this UT. That will be simply furnished. The concept has been nicely explained. So you have seen one pendulum here. The professor himself goes on the pendulum and tells how I feel. What is the feeling? Access to now we are going to put one umbrella body. Anybody can go to the online and you can use their test facility. DRDO is going to offer test facility to all. Means I will put it in a website. You can click on and you want to use the atomic microscope to know what is the nano level structure, or you want to bring out a new method concept. All this possible. You can keep on inventing new things by using instrument. Without you cannot see atomic structure which is nanoscale 10 to the power minus 9 micron. It's not possible to even hairline itself. You cannot see even lower than 1/10 of hairline. These are all the things you can look at through those microscope. That is all atomic structures. These are all people without this structure they conceived. Rutherford conceived how the electrons moving around in the nucleus. He conceived and put the first atomic model, Rutherford. Then after that again change model. They said no, electron and neutron is there. There is also nucleus which is positively charged as well as neutrally charged. All this one by one development started. Antiparticle is there, energy, dark energy is there, black hole is there. So one slowly development going on. There is a unification of old forces. Einstein at the death, but he was only trying to unify the forces. If I unify the forces, I will know what is universe all about. But he could not succeed. After 20 years, he was working on it. Only he could unify electromagnetic force, gravitational force, heat force, sun force. Somewhere something is missing. That is why he said God is subdued, but he is not mischievous. Because he is thinking that some superior thing is really working. It's not that everything, a scientist agreeing that he's a genius, he's not a believer of God. But ultimately he has understood that whatever amount of effort put, I'm not able to really understand how the universe really can be put in a mathematical model. Still not able to make it timely that. Transfer of technology, you have done huge number of times. See, you can go to a site and you want to product something, you can go and start your own business. So you will be getting all that. Some money you have to pay that stuff. You transfer of technology, you have done 1400. Amount of product which is inducted into services more than 2 lakh crores. But here you have developed. Already you have partnered to various in the next 30 projects. I told you funding up to 100 crores, 10 crores, MSME, 30 projects awarded. Various sanctions. We got I don't know, they dare to dream. Even some Coimbatore people also got. 10 lakhs award is given Rajnath Singh last time. I was there in that conference. So at least 30 or 40 people got Dare to Dream award. Each one carrying 20 lakhs, 10 lakhs award. Means you have to think of a concept and try to write a paper for 2-3 pages and submit online. So this is Dare to Dream. Whoever is giving a good concept, they will get that type of support also. After that, if product can be released, you can ask for something. So these are all the new initiatives by present secretary in office of this. Then this is what is the adapt. First contract we have got 20 hours, 88 lakhs was given. Second contest 40 individual, 700 people received. There is a committee which will look at all this information and other thing and then decide who are the people released. Tamil Nadu also got 5-6 awards. Third contest 4th October 2021. Launch, maybe it is, you can look at it. It is possible some of you can play. Next. Self-reliance achieved, we already achieved in our country. Missile, radar, electronic warfare, AWACS, eye in the sky, communication system, sonars, torpedoes, rocket and artillery. All through DIO, we have reached the self-reliance for our country at least 70%. Next. New area of research, of course, material for hypersonic, directed energy system, that is lasers, lightweight bulletproof jacket. One has to withstand arm, which is penetrating. So there are lightweight bullets. Quantum technology. AI is a good area. One look at it, artificial intelligence, which is how to make a computer, machine learning, deep learning, neural network, and fuzzy system. All this is the growing area. One look at it. Everything finally will be controlled by robot and machine and computers. Human being will become a dummy in the architectures. Asymmetric technology, cognitive technology, terrorist material, all is coming up. Drones, everything is all latest area of research. Mostly I think I covered. What is next? Jai Hind. Okay, thank you. Any questions?
Any questions? So tell me, sir.
Set up the same hall. I listened to Sevadana talking from about Brahmos starting from Tipu Sultan's episode. It was a nice lecture. Same hall I was listening to. But any competitor for
right now, I don't think there is anyone who is having a right proposed like that. That is one thing Dr. Kalam could bargain very well just before relinquishing the post of scientific advisor. He could succeed because that time Russia was also having problem. So they could give us this project after studying us. As I told you, like Kalam told me, please work out whether this launch can take place in your area. So he just tells this. We have to make a report and tell this launch is possible. This is safety. It's a So this was subject, and then I visited even Russia 3-4 occasions. It is one of the best visits.
Ask one more question. In this war, Ukraine war, I think when NATO people, US entered Europe, Christians were keeping quiet. And now when Russia has entered, what are the options for this NATO? The US and
This is internet politics. I cannot answer. Definitely, what is the problem is Ukraine should not join NATO. That is what Russia demands because they are not. Otherwise, I have a problem. Ukraine should not join NATO. NATO will join NATO. I have a problem. So they are not joining NATO.
Okay, thank you very much. Nice interaction, sir. Given video lecture. On behalf of the regional censor and the parliament best wishes and thank you for it, sir. For both of you, sir. Thank you. Now I request Magendran to propose vote of thanks.
மண்டல அறிவு மையத்தின் சார்பாக அறிவு குறித்த டாக்டர் அப்புராஜ் சேர்மன் டிஆர்டிஓ டெல்லி மற்றும் ப்ரொஃபசர் கே சக்திவேல் பிசிக்ஸ் அவர்களை உரையாற்றி வச்சு உங்களுக்கு அந்த சந்தேகம் நிறைய இருந்ததுன்னா அவங்களை பத்தி கேட்டுக்கலாம். டிஆர்டிஓ பத்தி நிறைய அவர் சொன்னாரு. அதுல வந்து எதனா உங்களுக்கு என்ன புரிஞ்சிருச்சா? அதுல வந்து ஒரு வருஷம் 3000 அப்ரண்டிஸ் கொடுக்குறாரு, ட்ரைனிங் கிராஜுவேட்ஸ் ஐடி டிப்ளமோ எல்லாம் கொடுக்குறதா சொன்னாரு. அதை கவனிச்சிங்களா? பிசிக்ஸ் சார் தான் கேள்விப்பட்டாரு. பிசிக்ஸ் நல்லா பேசினார்ல சார் சக்திவேல் சார். அது என்ன உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது பிரச்சனை என்னன்னு கேள்வியா? சக்திவேல் அவசாருக்கும் மற்றும் மண்டல அறிவியல் மையத்தின் சார்பாக பழனிசாமி அவர்களுக்கும் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். இங்கு வந்த பள்ளி கல்லூரி மாணவ மாணவர்களுக்கும் மற்றும் கல்லூரி ஆசிரியர்களுக்கும் மற்றும் சக பணியாளர்களுக்கும் மற்றும் துப்புரவு பணியாளர் மற்றும் செக்யூரிட்டி பணியாளர்களுக்கும் இந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். மேலும் பத்திரிகை நிறுவனங்களுக்கும் இந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம்.
தேசிய கீதம்
भारत वाक्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
just over 5 minutes போயிட்டு
சார் 2% பரவாயில்லைங்க சார்.
யாருங்க சார்? ஆமாங்க சார், ஆமாங்க ஆமாங்க.
எங்களுக்கு தெரியாது.
சரி சரி
உங்க டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் தெரியாது.
சரி சரிங்க சரி சரி சரிங்க சரி.